Money they stop nonsense now. What's there? We Eastern and mommy cause they stop nonsense. We me like you are controlling my mind is steady. Which is try you carry the same blue pump. On a really behind now, on a pass offer. You make up, you go see on a dark. They need to see you. Don't go waste the makeup. We didn't say get money, no great. Now you pass offer. That's why when you start with I tell you. You guys, I tell you, I have to stop this show. I tell you not to phone a calculator. Now the only phone you busy they snap in, they say insufficient space. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll put hands together for Rich Obama, please. I'll clap for Rich Obama, you know. We'll talk to no Motia Locks, eh? Locks the dog. Now the heights can disturb me no more. He said, I'm fine, Bobo. You don't come by this Alaki back. You don't start you shake. They go don't pump me, they go don't go make you set and can't pump lock. You know how you go ask this. Country who not show off where he paints. That's what you get. You paint all you make like say you don't make an alive. You're not sure of this country. I mean, the kind of you are the play right now. One guy then there, I say, na Liberia don't left, I say, put on a country. I'll go rest. I'm going to tell you the last time. So I don't go to country in a WhatsApp group. Yeah, I left bar. I don't know that day. I don't video me. I don't can loss. When an old leader, they jelly with seat belt and number plate. Now you don't get time for come on. Second, so yeah. Please, you know how they drink liquor. That they are in a pool. Now, place in a pool, yeah. Post you the check down, they stubborn. And they like English. You go there and say, get my go load power, but in Mutka. Now, so me papa go check. He let client side, they go load power, go reach Mutka. They are ready, they say, yes, sir, this is not God. Keep quiet, I know what I am doing. Now, when me get here, mambo day. Now he said, but not to any appeal, he said, keep quiet, I know what I am doing. The country don't want black camera. Which of them I try, oh? He come on, he said, I can't make sure that it's in blue. 300,000. Man, and then also say, show. Then they stand now, they say, me, my rich, I get my no. Me, can't watch and 300,000 waiting at the video. The man don't get swell. That man get swell at all. If you not buy, you don't need a man anywhere. You don't need a man for the sweat of Moniara. A sign of Tramadol. Then you no go shift your kidney this net. I want the cause. I want man wait the last for 2 hours. Now labor, now cement at the offload. They say sex, 2 minutes is done. One big, me don't do 5 minutes, brother, and they sweat, so I say, go job. If you don't sweat it, me don't sweat. Once you can't enjoy the director, how for enjoy. And snap me fine, this country, hook no deal. But boy, them, they say they go read medicine. And I hold camera so they snap. Salon, I ended the time you feature. When you go to small, you go to say, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer, the country they watch you, they shake you. Say, go to grow, when you be good, they fell for you. What service alone say? Now, 2 things they change, they see the country itself in WAEC. Fail was so ye. You get some kind of way they fail was, the destiny they change. I mean, a lawyer, Boambi. My failures then go to me crusade. If you say now which man they inside me. Exam online, they don't say this you can do now shouting. It loud. As they say second, who is that? Who is that?
I said a calonia, me a bogo bima.
Oh no no, I'm not a
Sauce me out, sauce me out, sauce me out. Waumelo, wamya wasala, ulile pia yale apye.
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 Ewo masange, iliwe masange, tani kokole masange.
Waumelo, wamya wasala, ulile pia yale apye.
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 Wajigi mema, nyamuna ukama, sana udama, nyamulo udama. Mendete hiwa asalilo, mai asala gelile kwi. Kuru isanya ni elalima, kinya isanya ni elalima, kidi isanya ni elalima. Nukwa misanya ni gatebo wega, waumyano, wamya wasala, ulile kwi. Ayale apye, waumyano, wamya wasala, ulile kwi. Ayale apye.
Waumelo, wamya wasala, ulile pia yale apye.
Waumyano, wamya wasala, ulile kwi. Ayale apye.
Waumelo, wamya wasala, ulile pia yale apye.
Waumyano, wamya wasala, ulile kwi. Ayale apye.
Waumelo, wamya wasala.
This is the document, the original seal of oath.
So, me, dear lovely brothers and sisters, una good morning, una good afternoon, una good evening, una kabo, una kushe, una assalamu alaikum, peace and blessing be upon you guys and upon everybody who did look and watch me all over the world. I just want to say again, appear again the day, to open the day of my menu, abonisa wai, uga usati, na uyu luve, uye miaro yena, anjara made, berkeja malatong, hirinjang, nyalejang. Tanamugay, tanay umenitan fabe, alhamdulillah. Well, Fambudan, me we present the program in Kelvin Months. The program na Pulnado TV and me, na brother na Pekin and a friend, a patriotic silent citizen Kelvin Months. As we usual, we are always enough for bringing on Pulnado things, then we few people then just know, we majority of the people don't know actually what's it happen and what's it go on. Now, actually, I always deny for bring on guys. But today, a very shocking thing actually what they bring to us today. But before I dive into what's in Akamna today, I just want to let you know, so if you need a new member at this very platform, just do me a little bit favor, just smash the like button for me, comment and share the program. As soon as I always know, say Pulnado. That thing is, you want to make Pulnado. Now we want to make Pulnado. And Pulnado in the street, so few people know what they inside the Pulnado. Inside the veranda, or not the veranda, or the hall said they make the Pulnado. Now we want to now make Pulnado in the streets. So how we put one, when I share the program, when I subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so anytime we're live, it will able know say at the live or where I post a video, it will get notified. So as we all be done actually, we don't hope and put we hope and trust to the tripartite in issue, this tripartite thing. Now we all be done put we hope and trust, but now you all be done have hope to. We all know that. We see actually how the recommendation come, how they come up we, they just go to the agency, they say they don't stop, they don't suspend everything. From there, they say they don't come back. Even when they come back, we can take part, they don't come and inform the people. Then they will tell the people, they just put the people in the dark. They never actually come and explain, they never come and explain to the people exactly what they go on and what they happen. But today, since that day on the 19th, we will all be wait for. We expect a good recommendation will come way at least with a favor the people. And the recommendation will come, it don't actually come on the 19th, then go to the extent, then push the recommendation. When me and you will expect the 19th, if we get actually what you will be expect. And And what do we expect actually to income? And before the 19, we heard the speech I don't know, where the APC supporters, some of the APC supporters, where they don't do the post where they don't build council for that year, we don't do nothing yet. They just want the one kamika. They just want the one, then they don't build council now for one. They don't put on the where the man not do nothing, not do fuck all there. They talk to some of the APC, some of the Samura, not to APC, some of the Samura power supporters, they don't build council for one. We are in the speech we can talk before the 19. So on the 19, I hope you all watch that program we'll do Combined Voices for Democracy live on the 19th. We will actually discuss about the matter. According to his speech, we judge him according to his speech, according to what he said, he can say here about the whole speech. We deliberate and say this is done. Where they give people in confidence say that it's going to be rerun, or if there's not going to be rerun, they give Samua Kamara the seat and go through back. So most of it supposed to be give actually in supposed to the confidence of that particular speech we give. And if you hit that speech keenly, you don't put an in plain blank points, so the people like where you get plain sheets, like where plain sheets they, or a plain white sheets of paper high in there. You don't put it in, so you use a very big words them inside that in speech. It's try for manipulation. It's like now indirectly. It accept the piece indirectly. Now, so you not just go to directly. Now indirectly accept the defeat indirectly. But this is a world who don't they in nowadays. Salon now, they have to say this is Salon a war right now where they want to take this world now into the ancient times, and whereas technology not be there, where you don't kind of we can't whereas if go on any village or to map you talk anything you want to put they believe, silent they believe. But those days are gone. Gone are those days where you can't boy talk what if people talk put and believe you. No. Now there are records because so many people in the way in social media, some people in the way they take records. Well, almost everybody gets a phone, gets a computer, get memory card where they store information, where they store things. Them actually where people they do in the country, or where they do. So nothing I say whatever thing way you do, whatever way you want to do, you just kind of can talk blah 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 or anything. You just kind of can fool the people or use jargons or use other things. Then for like try for fool people. No, those days had gone. Because now, even if that layman will not go school, people they didn't know the media now they can't explain what they mean. They ask now, they ask now. What is what I say this and this? What do they mean? They go ask because the world don't reach to that level. Even if you know that's what they say. As you get your phone, somebody they Google, somebody they go YouTube, they go Facebook. Put people in the way they explain what thing actually they mean. So this particular world who don't live in, who don't they in now in them they still want to implement that archaic system in those days. That in those days, thing the way they happen and they want to use nowadays, which of course not possible. Because now the world not civilized, now a modernized world day, not so ancient time then 1930, 1940. We then talk something like maybe in those days now more of letters that they write, and then you even get maybe the whole street now somebody nobody know they go so when a media post way you can't map they talk on media on a TV or even get phone in those days. Yeah, sorry for saying here. But now those days are gone. So next time their way we don't reach to this stage now. Now they still want to begin a fool and lie for people then. I hope not you understand. Samua Kamara speech, na academic jargons they use, just like putting this boss away and they can explain to now. He used academic jargons for convince the people then, even if you were land safe, if you actually sit down, read and comprehend that particular speech where it talk. If you don't read and comprehend keenly, think critically, but let me not able to understand what he talk. It really convincing and very much critical. Samua Kamara in speech statement the way it talk. Because he use academic jargons and the way he use, where able to understand, way very convincing. answer, accept defeat directly. Now, indirect in answer defeat as to Manabio and in so in people there. Because come out plain and tell people and say these trappers don't. There's nothing to that. There's not gonna be every wrong. There's not gonna be any wrong. There's not gonna be anything like me get for come now. They get for restore me as a president or as a this or as a that. No. Ever get a bold man for tell the people. Instead, he use English inside his speech there for convince the people there. For still raise the people and hope there. I don't actually know why them people like you already releasing there. But since that they will tell that when put that up in there, 19 we will tell and say this everything don't know. Boy, this nothing come up on that boy, nothing come up on that. Because the power Samua Kamara supposed that they would only tell and say this trapper is not going to lead, it never will lead nowhere. It never will lead to something rerun or this one. Because this is the same promise we then give during the signing of the communique. And then tell people and say that they go represent the people, not to even the party, neither themselves. They go represent the people. And then they what's happen? They go sign a communique. What's they say they go represent the people, then further on to the extent say now two things that they go for, whether they produce the data or they make up the wrong. So this wrong thing, you don't say when this guy they come in a lie, they mislead the people, they misinform the people about this rerun, because only they give people hope about this rerun. They get for make rerun, I get for restore me back. It is fooling himself. And in gullible supporters. I don't understand. So you will come out and tell the people that the actual truth. I don't think I'm going to get. I don't know if you guys if you can understand what I'm saying. But for that, when I go back to Sidi Yayah Tunis, because when we some of you they talk no more. Tunis talk about if you had and say we say anything when in the talk. Anything when in the talk now in accordance with what the party say, it's not you talk and play but they can't listen now from the horse's mouth, from the Sidi Yayah Tunis. They can't listen what they say. And then the publicity general. Publicity secretary. He said anything way now what the party say. And even the statement even the statement the way in this I'm not that speech go guy. He said he no more go write up for himself. He said what he feel for right now, I go write. What he feel for say, now he go say. They can't listen what he say. Now I make a tell and say the topic of the title of this particular broadcast. What is the Yayah Tunis talking now? It for shock now. Trust me. If you are listening to see Yayah Tunis statement, what is here about Samua Kamara? Wallahi, it is shock some of now. No, very shortly, we can't listen. What is Yayah Tunis say? But Samua Kamara, the only problem where me get to Samua Kamara because of in faithful can tell the people the truth. Tell me the rest put a hope in. You can't tell the people the truth. It's still the response and hope them. It's still the people and confidence. 30 days in a week for can't tell people the truth. I don't know what's in the problem. Now they want use lie for rule the country. It's not the work again. It's not the possibility for use lie for rule the people. It's not the work. We eyes are not open now. Go to those days where let's see the day. No. We're not take that anymore. So please, guys. When I just stay connected, I think that's the everyone can see exactly who saw the sea and who saw they come off from. Say this thing not for little nowhere. That they nobody discuss about this tripartite thing. We say this thing don't know. According to Samua Kamara's speech, we say this thing don't know. And then it's nowhere. Because all the speech that we talk about election review and the election they will cancel, and because everything about his speech, most of the things we talk about his speech now represent things then. Now, normal thing, I think that the way they don't talk from the time way the election we don't know, then they talk and say at the same time I can't talk about election malpractice, election this, election that. That's the same thing we can say. But enable a faithful can tell people the plain truth. Say this particular election is done and dusted. But anyway. Just like I tell you, see this video we uploaded at the last time. I want to play on now or play on phone. My phone I can see this video. This is just an illustration where they show how the tripartite go. The tripartite end with no evidence. This is how the so that's why the tripartite end with no evidence. But without wasting time, long the shocking statement of Sidi Yayah Tunis. Una say go shock what Sidi Yayah Tunis say. Now listen now, my brother sister. Now listen to that.
Sidi in the studio discussing issues around, the tripartite committee and the speech that the flag bearer for the main opposition, All People's Congress, Samua Kamara delivered yesterday. Tunis, you listened to the speech in details. Perhaps were you part of those who voted in any way?
Well, I read it prior to delivery, and did my own recommendations as far as what should be entailed. But of course, Dr. Samua Kamara himself wrote it. I mean, because those are his ideas. Those are the things that he felt he needed to communicate to, especially the membership and supporters of the All People's Congress.
I don't know, now I would see that he say then speech and then in ideas. He say now write time, then particular in speech. All what he Samua Kamara go read. Now in ideas, now write time, now so in feel for can say. So what we see, most of the time what they tell now, nothing say we just they can blah blah more. This is the reality we tell now. Any talk I can't tell now. We can't talk because of FIFA soccer. But this is something exactly what they happen. Now what you see they say, he said the speech where Samua Kamara can talk. He said an idea. It's not supposed to write for now, and I saw him feel for can talk. No listening, brothers and sisters.
You have Sidi in the studio discussing issues around, the tripartite committee and the speech that the flag bearer for the main opposition, All People's Congress, Samua Kamara delivered yesterday. Tunis, you listened to the speech in details. Perhaps were you part of those who voted in any way?
Well, I read it prior to delivery, and did my own recommendations as far as what should be entailed. But of course, Dr. Samua Kamara himself wrote it. I mean, because those are his ideas. Those are the things that he felt he needed to communicate to, especially the membership and supporters of the All People's Congress, as well as the general Sierra Leonean population, on peace and national cohesion. And also, he needed to come firsthand to give an update to our membership as to how far the tripartite committee has gone with their work and the importance of what they are doing to the future elections management of Sierra Leone.
Perhaps I need to hear a dissenting voice now. So let me speak with Moses for a while. What's your impression about Samua's speech?
Confusing.
The speech is confusing?
Very confusing.
Okay.
For the grassroots supporters of APC. Where we are now as Sierra Leoneans, we need to face our people and tell them the truth. Now, if you look since October last year, when the whole issue of the Bintu money for the agreement for national unity, the government of Sierra Leone have been very firm on one message, that elections for 2023 are over. We are not going to have any other election till 2028. That have been very clear. Even you, the press, can attest to that in several podiums. Now, what the people have not got, except for few people within the APC who have been very explicit, that is the PRO sitting here, and there was a time I listened to Beriti, Abdurai Beriti from Canada, who made it very clear that APC supporters know this. Yes, there's a tripartite. They are trying to reform the laws, but there is going to be no rerun of the 2023 elections, and there is going to be no stepping down of President Bio for Dr. Samora to take power. The supporters of APC have hung on to two issues since the end of the elections and since the setting up of the tripartite. Two issues. Issue number one, the expectation is for a rerun to take place. You understand? Issue number two, that when the disaggregated data will come out from ECSL, it will put Samua Kamara ahead on first ballot, paving the way for President Bio to step down and Samora taking over power.
Is this a survey you have conducted?
No, Samua Kamara himself, we are addressing the speech of Samua Kamara. Samua Kamara himself knows this. The APC as a political party knows this. Their supporters knows this. We are all on social media. I'm on over 200 social media platforms. I know, in fact, this morning, you know the new word they are hanging on to now? The new word they are hanging on to now on social media is what they refer to as electoral justice.
Who is the they?
The supporters of APC. What we needed to see Samua Kamara say yesterday, the people, is a direct communication to the supporters of the APC. You can put it both ways. A, in English, B, in Creole. What we did not see yesterday, what we saw yesterday is Samua Kamara, A, confusing himself, confusing the party, that is the APC, and confusing the grassroots, basic grassroots, day-to-day survivors, confusing them. Now, the speech was categorized on three folds. Part one of the speech talks about the whole preamble of the grievance of APC. Part two of the speech, which is where the body is, he used academic jargons to communicate to the people that elections are over. But he used very explicit academic jargons that even me and you have to take dictionary for you to be able to interpret some of the words he used. And that itself is confusing. For example, I will give you an example. Dr. Samora said, what was done can never be undone. You understand? Immediately after that, he continued. Our tripartite committee representatives are still moving to ensure we bring electoral justice. Part 3, there will be no total peace without electoral justice. So you see how confusing the speech is to the people.
Is it
now
because of the grammar used? Because I know...
No, not the grammar used. No, not the grammar.
A lot of our speeches done in English.
It's not about...
people who do not understand
No,
English
it's not about the grammar.
left in confusion.
It's not about the grammar. It's about clearly, because Samua Kamara exactly know the audience he's addressing. He's aware that majority of APC supporters are grassroots supporters. So when you know your audience, you have to communicate explicitly in the language your supporters can understand. The supporters yesterday of APC were only interested in two things. Point number one, Samua Kamara, have you accepted that the June 23 election is over? They needed him to answer that question clearly in whatever statement.
Accepted?
No, he did not. He accepted academically. I'm telling you, I read the speech, I listened to him. He accepted academically.
You keep making mention of the grassroots supporters. Are you one of them, or you have conducted a survey?
No, I am a CSO, leading an organization of over 200 CBOs. Okay. So we are living among the grassroots of both the SLPP and APC. We know what is going on within them. The reason we are here today is to let Samua Kamara know that the speech he gave yesterday have confused his supporters more. We are aware, we know this. As I said, I'm part of over 200 social media platforms. So from yesterday at the end of that speech to today, we know what the supporters are saying. They still do not believe that there is going to be no rerun and that the June 24, 2023 election is over. In fact, the speech of Samua Kamara reaffirmed their strength and hope in the tripartite recommendations that will be coming out more, which for many Sierra Leoneans, for us who are sincerely pursuing these two political parties to give peace a chance, focus on the future. As he rightly said in his statement, that Sierra Leoneans are living in limbo. Look at yesterday, the 19th. Many people did not go out. Government lost a lot of money. People who are day-to-day breadwinners, refused to go to town because of fear.
Whose responsibility do you think that is?
The responsibility, number one, lies on the APC leadership, Samua Kamara.
So are you saying it was the APC that asked people not to go out?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
But they have created a kangaroo on top in the minds of Sierra Leoneans. They have built a notion. With the exception of few, they have built a nation. For example, Sidi sitting here have been on many podiums telling Sierra Leoneans that any Sierra Leonean who believes that there is going to be another election, that person is dreaming explicitly. But nobody will listen to Sidi. You know why? Because he is not the man they want to listen to. Sierra Leone is a country where the citizens are glued to their political leaders. If yesterday Samua Kamara stood in a podium for just he didn't need all of this speech. All of this speech, the issues he raised, they have been raising these issues from last year. These are the same issues. Electoral injustice, data not being released, disaggregated polling station data. The people are tired of hearing this. What the people, the supporters of APC want to hear now is, hey, Samua Kamara, is the 2023 election over? Are you tired of fighting in making sure, there is a rerun or President Bio step down? He needed to clearly face the mic, face the supporters and tell them this. And then we'll be in peace.
Let me now hear from Sidi again. Moses seem to believe that you're all confused at the APC. But the question I want to ask is, so you see, Samua also did call, for the ECSL to publish the disaggregated data yesterday again. He was still calling for this, much talked about, much sought after, much requested disaggregated data that, as I speak, hasn't been published, to date. Now, the question I want to ask you is, don't you think you would have had a better shot indeed at forcing this report to be published, you understand, if you had gone to court, for instance? Okay. Don't you think you have wasted your chance? Okay,
so there are different ways to look at that. I mean, we all know what the laws are, and we all know what, the constitutional provisions are. But the fact of the matter is something very important is happening in this country now that could not have happened had we taken the steps that everybody expected of us, which is just to go to court. Yes, we could have gone to court. The court probably could have, given their ruling, and that's it.
Do you think the problem and the justice?
And the problems will still remain. What is important now, this is not the first time that elections results have been contested. People have gone to courts before and the courts have ruled. President Bio went to court in 2012 and they ruled, but the problem still remained. But now with the setting up of the tripartite committee, what has happened? This is a committee that is working jointly, the APC and the SLPP now working together. Do you know what? They've now told us that they have been able to identify 86 issues with our electoral process, 86. And now they are making recommendations based on those 86 issues to strengthen our electoral process so that future elections will be credible, will be free, fair, and acceptable to all of us. Now, they've gone as far as they only have 17 more issues left to deal with jointly. So the fact is, whatever is going to come out of the tripartite committee is the joint work between the SLPP and the APC and input from Sierra Leoneans. So this is something that will be accepted by all of us, which is very, very key and important for us to focus on. So for us, really, it's a big accomplishment, not only for the APC and SLPP, but for Sierra Leone. And this is something that we ought to celebrate.
Let us be a bit explicit this morning. Sidi, what are you expecting from this committee? What are you actually deep down, if we are to be asking your dream? What would it be?
It is exactly what I've explained.
What exactly? Just one thing, that because Moses seemed to believe that, or be saying that the APC is still believing that perhaps there could be a rerun, or that President Bio could be removed and him, replaced.
That has never been the position of the APC.
So are you saying
and that is something that we have communicated repeatedly. I have never heard Dr. Samua Kamara say anywhere that there is going to be a rerun.
Well, it's not First of all, the grassroots reporters, as Moses said.
Look, I mean, the way our country is now, we get, messages of any kind of all sorts from social media. And that is why it is our responsibility as leaders to come out and state the facts as they are to our respective supporters and membership, regardless of how terrible they may take the message or how good they may take it. But it is our responsibility to come and state the fact. I am the mouthpiece of the APC. So whatever it is that the party states as its position, that is what I come on air to, communicate to the membership and the general public. And in this case, I have been consistent that the focus of the APC on the tripartite committee is to uncover what happened, where we got it wrong, and where are we heading. And when you look at the terms of reference, nobody, which is why I've been saying it does not make any sense for anyone to talk about rerun or no rerun, because the tripartite terms of reference is clear. They are looking particularly at 2023 elections and elections before that. So they're going as far back as 2007. So what? Do you want to tell me we're going to do rerun for 2007, for 2012, 2018, if they had issues with those elections as well? So I don't think that should be our focus now. And I don't think Dr. Samua Kamara's speech was focused on, what the outcome of the tripartite committee is going to be, but it was more focused on peace and, justice and cohesion. But let me end. Yeah. Our position has never changed. The fact is we had issues with the elections. We contested the result. That did not change. That has not changed. But that does not mean we cannot move on as a country. That does not mean we don't know the fact that President Bio is president of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Sidi, speaking about moving on as a country, Dr. Samura spoke about ending political divisions and fostering national unity. Now, what practical steps is the APC, taking with regards to promoting these ideals amongst its members and supporters as well?
I mean, that is exactly what we're doing externally, and that is to regularly come and educate our people, not to confuse our people, preach messages of political tolerance, national cohesion, and peace, because clearly those are what we need to send out to our people at this time to ease the political tension. But I mean, we all have responsibility in doing that. It is not so much just the opposition, but so much government as well. I mean, Mambu was talking about yesterday, for example. We all came out. We preached peace. We preached national cohesion. We told people that yesterday was going to be peaceful and quiet. But the government also needed to do its part. If you tell me to go about my normal business, but then every morning or at night, every morning I see trucks load of military and police fully armed parading my community, I'll be panicked to go out because of the experiences people have had in this country. On August 2010, the government told the people to go about their normal business. Many people who died on that day probably had nothing absolutely to do with protest or demonstration. Many who were arrested probably had nothing to do with protest or demonstration on that day, but they were only out because they were told to go about their normal business. And then with such experience, if you tell them to do same and they see military and police parading, they will not go out. It's just as simple as that. So you cannot attribute that to APC, no, especially when we have been out repeatedly telling people, no, the country is safe, the country is peaceful, we are not part of any protest, we have not called for any protest or demonstration. Go about your normal business.
In essence, you're saying that the government failed in this regard.
I'm not saying government failed.
In essence, they're scared.
I'm not saying government failed.
All of these ammunition you've spoken
about. But government also need to be responsible in, carrying out the security aspect of their work. So as not to show so much heavy-handed.
What would you suggest? How would they do it?
adding community policing is very important.
Okay.
Community policing is very important, engaging stakeholders in communities, youth groups and all these jointly. These are steps that we ought to take to ease the tension and to ensure that communities feel safe, they feel trust. Trust is also very key. Government has to ensure that communities are able to trust them with their safety and their protection.
Moses,
let me start by making an example what happened in 2014-15, so that you can collaborate what I've been saying about the responsibility of Dr. Samua Kamara at this particular point. In 2014-15, there was Ebola. We all know, right?
Guys, please, if you're just joining in, please just smash the like button, subscribe, and share to the program. Please, for subscribe, or like, or share the program are free. You need to pay nothing. If you just joining, please let's subscribe and share the program. Thanks very much. If you don't subscribe, if you don't share, I hope and believe you will continue to support the program and continue.
It started in Kailaun, but when it got to a point, the people of the Southeast were not accepting some of the government procedures laid down to observe as a people so that the Ebola virus will subside.
My brother, now so actually the tripartite
the opposition leader then, President Bio now, came down and went to State House, met with President Nkrumah. President Nkrumah told him, please.
That video we placed when I saw the tripartite end was no evidence.
Can you help us go and talk to your people? Because they imagine he's the president, the country listens to him, but he technically understands the fact that people, Sierra Leoneans, are glued to their political leaders more. President Bio yielded. He went to the Southeast. He toured almost every district in the Southeast, talking to people about accepting the procedures, the mechanisms governments have put in place in order to help save lives. The people yielded, they accepted. Why am I saying this? CD sitting here, no, there are 3 APCs existing today. The first one, different types of people within the APC.
Wow.
Dr. Samua Kamara, technically, is not within any structure of the APC. He was a former flag bearer of the APC who commands huge following within the APC. CD sitting here, in fact, from this studio now, if you check his phone, there are going to be barrage of insults on him and his mother.
Barrage. Are you speaking out of experience?
Yeah, I will bet you that. You know why? For him saying the truth, what Samura is supposed to say. Now, what we are saying as a country, you must look me in my face and tell me the truth. What happened yesterday was not supposed to happen. If only what CD and others have been preaching, that there is going to be no rerun. The leader of the opposition by then, Dr. Samua Kamara, could have just made one statement to the people. Trust me, everything that happened yesterday couldn't have happened. You know why? As we sit here, President Bio on several occasions, including making public address, have told people, as the president, the fountain of honor, that the only time election is going to happen is 2028. Let's embrace peace. Let's work together. But yet still, the people of this country, certain set of people, still believe that Samua Kamara was elected, and any time from now, Samua Kamara is going to be president. That is why.
Who are those sets of people?
No, the APC, the Samua Kamara supporters, who voted for him, still believe this. You know why? Because the leader they believed in, the leader that will speak, people listen, they listen and yield to, have not summed up the courage to face the people, his own people, and speak to them in 2 minutes, clear terms. So that for example, Samua Kamara yesterday, that speech could have been a minute, because every other thing in that speech, he has been saying it over and over. In fact, the issue of disaggregated data is like a music. I know artists are going to use it to sing a lot of songs going forward.
So implicitly, are you saying that he has not conceded defeat?
No, never. Even yesterday, he did not. So he's still playing games with the emotions of APC supporters, which is not good for the peace of this country. Dr. Samua Kamara yesterday, after meeting with the moral guarantors, the international community that came, could have just said two statements. A, the election went bad. The election was rigged. We know this. Corner rigged the election. We accept this. We know this. But my supporters know that this election is over. There is no way I am going to be president now, or there is no way there is going to be any rerun. So please, in as much as it is difficult, let us accept our faith, face our political party APC, put it together, and start holding government accountable, building on the existing successes we made in 2023 and prepare our party for 2028. Simple. That is a presidential statement, a statesmanly statement. But up to now, Dr. Samua Kamara laid out a speech of about 45 minutes yesterday he accepted me. I'm an academician. I know he accepted that the election is over. But he made it so technical, so difficult for the lame common man at Abacha Street to understand. And that is worrisome. And you know why it's more worrisome? Because presidents have extended the time frame of the tripartite committee to another 9 days. Now, one statement he used yesterday, electoral justice, that's where all the fans and supporters are found. Right. So up to now, going forward to the next 9 days, there's still going to be tension in this country until and unless that tripartite report come out. You see, some supporters of political supporters, they are like cats. Have you ever tried to kill a cat? If you are killing a cat, you have to make sure, even when he's lying lifeless, you have to make sure the life is gone. So that's how some political supporters are. You have to push them until and unless we have the tripartite recommendations read publicly. People now see that, okay, these tripartite recommendations are out and there's nothing like rerun. There's nothing like President Bio stepping down. That is the only time Sierra Leone will have relative stability politically to move on.
Moses,
in his 19-minute speech yesterday, what's clear is as well as the APC has been.
But like, what's up over here? Like, Lucretia Banity say, all what they wanted from Samua Kamara is not his nature. I wish they can respect him and wait. He will give up the right time without fighting, but he believed he won the election. Yeah, I know dispute that fact. Everybody know, every well meaningful silent no say he win the election. Even the guy, even this, so I don't know if I'm a journalist, whatever. He say he no say yes, gonna rig the election. I don't know if I understand. Now he say for the fact that say we all know say gonna rig the election, but at least let Samua complain and tell you put it say I know say gonna rig the election. You rig the election, but there's no way where me they can be president or another Bio or another for can make a rerun of election or Bio for step down. Come out and tell you put and display and plan. This is very simple. Now in simple time, now you get the time for supposed to. Now just 2, 3. Now just inside 1 minute or 2 minutes on top this order. Hey, if I'm with it. So yeah, this election now it don't endorse it. Past 2028. Everybody when a supporter of me or APC, let you move on and forget about everything. This election, it don't endorse it. There's nothing they can do again about this election. Madam Bio neither the president for now because near you they all call him president Bio. Madam Bio neither the president for now. So let them support him and then they move on. This na the thing for don't tell the APC. Then the power APC Samua supporters. Because for now until he can't tell this war before then stop this, then pull an cast so they don't go put up. Because they don't build a castle for where they don't go put right now to the way that they don't get mind. They don't mind can't tell the people the truth. Then the people that are able to see the reality of what they happen. This is exactly what they happen right now inside the APC. So the power Samua supporters now this is happening to them right now. Because of law, because of lackness, the way how they don't take them, the way how they don't put them, the way how actually they don't make them. They don't make it to the extent that they make that say the man able to talk the truth again. The man, a person is lying. They not able to talk it because they can't hail the way they don't hail the man. They don't hail the man too much so that the man not able to talk the truth again. Person can't lie for them. So this is the problem. So like all the lie the way this man they can't lie. Me I blame them not to someone because of the way that they don't hail the man. how they can tell the truth. This is the problem. Because one, it is favor hurt their feelings them. But it is better you tell people the truth than later you can tell them after they don't put the hope and trust. At the end of the day, you can't tell them say they possible. So it's better they tell them now than later. Because if you tell them now, they will begin to take courage than you will say at the end. Or what they expect, they not get them. So you don't see. So some of you and the thing anyway would they tell the people. You see, let the man come out and tell the people, and until he is come and can't tell the people forever. Some of them power supporters there. Some of the power supporters there who believe say yes, this tripartite name will take to no rerun, that he can be president again. Because if you not go listen to that speech, everything what is I'm not going to talk about that speech day now about future. Everything about Samua Kamara speech about future. You don't talk about this one. No? Yeah, Samua talk about say I don't agree. He said everything he mentioned about the people they don't agree, and this not this. So like just what the man they say here, it convinced the people that now jargons they use. They use people times and inside in his speech the way people thinking you don't understand, you don't learn, you hardly for them understand. Then was they for them to comprehend the speech. Because an indirect speech, he answer indirectly, he accept defeat indirectly. When you make people understand, say you don't accept defeat. But you know, anything you don't know, what do you expect? If you come again, they say what has been done can never be undone. When permanent to in a white, there's no way for that close the like I be without something not come. Even if I put to a test panel, something must come up. Anything like I be that close on everybody like I did again. It's not possible. If you don't like to put permanent white, when put white text panel, maybe it come over the who say you put that white text either one either in replay or something come up. First look at the quotation if you like that for you. So this is one of the proverbs where the synonyms the way the idiomatic expression where the man use. It's the what has been done can never be undone. It's hard time for it's the way two elephants they fed. Now the grass is over. So it's hard time many elephants stop of fed, then the grass grow. So what is they tell you? If you listen to that idiom, they tell you a lot of things, again, a lot of meaning there. But if you don't really able to comprehend, one is not comprehend, you never understand idiomatic expression that we use. Because those are the idiomatic expressions we use. So many people don't understand. But one way they learn, they stick on the land, they understand this sort of word, and still they interpret it in so many ways. So what do you understand from that word? What do you understand from we say where two elephants they effects? Now the grass is suffer. So if the grass so it's high time and stop the effect, many grass grow. So which means you don't accept the effect, but indirect. So put a neighbor understand what it means. Now this man is for expensive now. But if you listen at the media right now, the social media, they see how the power packs, they interpret it in so many ways. They interpret it for you in so many ways that they still not accept. Because the so-called leader when Samua Kamara is not agree for can't telling the truth. Just 2 minutes. That one way to go. Just not go this matter. Not 2 minutes no more. This election non done and this particular election non done in done. Just this is very much short. Election non done. You don't know about it again. Now it's simple. So tell way to go talk. You go talk the world more than in 90 minutes. 90 minutes video go make. When I go to see Yayah Tunis talk, even that speech will go make sense now on your own. Not on behalf of the party or that for the people. Now, yeah, what is Sidi Yayah Tunis talk? He said that speech where Samua Kamara go right, where he go talk to. He said now on your own. He said what he feel say now he find for now he go say now he go talk. Not somebody write for not supposed to go say for now in writer. Now on your own idea. Not to me talk about Sidi Yayah Tunis talk now. And Sidi Yayah Tunis now even say na in the mouthpiece of the party. Now in the mouthpiece of the party, anything where he say now what the party talk. You know just kind of agree you can't begin to talk or blah 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 blah. No, now what the party say in the can't talk. So now I can say once more again, until Samua Kamara come, he can't tell the people in power until he pull an emotion and say there will be no rerun and me not go for go to power. Marabini not go for step down, but he can talk and say Marabini step down and there is not going to be any rerun. There will be no rerun. But he can pull that in and must say the tripartite he done and dusted, nothing come whatever. But to the fair, they can't tell the truth. There was a time when Sidi Yayah Tunis can't say they can't say. The so-called blogger there, the so-called Papa Sama blogger there, they can't call the man because the man they told the truth. And the man still talk and say there will be no rerun. The man still talk and say there will be no rerun. He talk and still. He said rerun not go for them. Any time when Sidi Yayah, any podium where Sidi Yayah Tunis talk, they already classify and say there will be no rerun. They say the party never talk about rerun. And even the tripartite, they say they never talk about rerun. They always can clear, but someone never tell the people. But if Sidi Yayah Tunis in no more, they can't tell this thing. But if it's Sidi Yayah Tunis, I don't know they can't overcome all this thing. Believe me, in the power pass, I'm not supposed to they ever take it for granted. They never take that body for granted until Samua Kamara I can talk. They want their way Sidi Yayah Tunis talk so. And who knows, right now, Sidi Yayah Tunis talk, they want to know if it's Samua Kamara, the Samua Kamara power pass, they can't cost send WhatsApp for walls or WhatsApp to one. You know, do all kinds of things to us. Tell us, say, this and that. But this is the fact, and the fact the man is say here. You see, that will stop for sugar coating. It's high time when they stop for life and the good. Gonna days then tell the way when they can't talk more freely part the open film for someone when they can't take with them leave. No, not on the days and this again. Now people that know they can explain to them and tell them exactly what he talk and the meaning or how they will understand exactly what he is trying to communicate. Because the man is not communicating. He not communicates to the people they will. And not communicating because all the idiomatic expression the way you use, not everybody understand what he say. Those are idiomatic expressions. Talk to the people in common terms. Now the people they try for address, the silent people that they address. Would I be saying would I be the address? That's exactly the address. If they won't be here to go talk, if they go speak jargons, they go talk idiomatic expression to the people. People now they understand idiomatic then two idiomatic expressions the way you say now. Not everybody understand that. So, una they believe say, this tripartite is not done yet, and it is not yet done, it is not yet over, this is rubbish. Just like when you compare to talk about one of you, they say now rubbish. The first time we say, make one resign. When government will say now rubbish, and exactly all this the way that in speech now mess. That mess. Now we're listening, now we'll continue for listening, what did they say?
Very vocal about the irregularities in the 2023 elections. Now,
it's over. There is no way I am going to be president now, or there is no way they are own people and speak to them in 2 minutes, clear terms. So for example, Samua Kamara yesterday, that speech could have been a minute because every other thing in that speech, he has been saying it over and over. In fact, the issue of disaggregated data is like a music. I know artists are going to use it to sing a lot of songs going forward.
So implicitly, are you saying that he has not conceded defeat?
No, never. Even yesterday, he did not. So he's still playing games with the emotions of APC supporters, which is not good for the peace of this country. Dr. Samua Kamara yesterday, after meeting with the moral guarantors, the international community that came, could have just said 2 statements. A, the election went bad. The election was rigged. We know this. Corner rigged the election. We accept this. We know this. But my supporters know that this election is over. There is no way I am going to be president now, or there is no way there is going to be any rerun. So please, in as much as it is difficult, let us accept our faith, face our political party APC, put it together, and start holding government accountable, building on the existing successes we made in 2023 and prepare our party for 2028. Simple. That is a presidential statement, a statesmanly statement. But up to now, Dr. Samua Kamara laid out a speech of about 45 minutes yesterday without, he accepted me, I'm an academician. I know he accepted that the election is over. But he made it so technical, so difficult for the lame common man at Abacha Street to understand. And that is worrisome. And you know why it's more worrisome? Because presidents have extended the time frame of the tripartite committee to another 9 days. Now, one statement he used yesterday, electoral justice, that's where all the fans and supporters are found. Right. So up to now, going forward to the next 9 days, there's still going to be tension in this country until and unless that tripartite report come out. You see, some supporters of political supporters, they are like cats. Have you ever tried to kill a cat? If you are killing a cat, you have to make sure, even when he's lying lifeless, you have to make sure the life is gone. So that's how some political supporters are. You have to push them until and unless we have the tripartite recommendations read publicly. Right. People now see that, okay, these tripartite recommendations are out and there's nothing like rerun. There's nothing like President Bio stepping down. That is the only time Sierra Leone will have relative stability politically to move on.
Moses, let me hold you there for a while. Yes.
In his 19-minute speech yesterday, what's clear is, as well as the APC has been very vocal about the irregularities in the 2023 elections. Now, are you confident that the tripartite committee will address these concerns?
The tripartite committee will address those concerns, getting our laws, our processes and mechanisms we have been using to conduct elections in this country, make them better for future elections. For me, few of the things I want the tripartite committee to look at, we have sent them letter, we have looked at this. The first one we want to look at is the issue of transition. The issue of transition, the committee need to look at it critically. The issue of transition is too short. For example, there are countries like Liberia, even Liberia here, when they declare a winner of a presidential election, it takes about a month and a half before that president take full office. Sierra Leone is among one of the few countries that they pronounce you president today. You take an oath of office today, you are the president today, you start working today. Every other thing that the other government have worked with for over 10 years will be disrupted. And that is not a proper transition. Even the forefathers were copying democracy from America. Their election will be in November. Transition is not going to happen until January. That's the time the incoming president is going to take oath of office. You know why? Because there has to be proper transition. Imagine somebody have been in office in State House for 10 years. How can you just use one day to take over? No. There needs to be a proper planning on how to take power.
You think that's
Secondly, you say what?
Committee. You think that will be addressed?
That's one of our hope that they want to address. That has to do also hinge on constitutional matter, but they can recommend for constitutional review. The other thing also is the time frame to go to court. 7 days is not enough, man. That's not enough. You are dealing with over 4,000, 5,000 RRF forms. How can a political party put all RRF forms together, put barrage of lawyers together, look at the evidences they have in 7 days? That is unacceptable. That is also another critical thing they need to look at. At least give them 21 days. 21 days is enough. 21 days will be fine to file petition in the Supreme Court. We also want to see law that if a presidential election is contested, that president cannot take the oath of office until the verdict of the Supreme Court, like what is happening in Kenya. If a presidential election is contested, the president is not going to take oath of office until the Supreme Court verdict. You know why? Because the Supreme Court is the only legal body by law that has the power to overturn a presidential election. Imagine you have taken oath of office, you are now at State House. Then the Supreme Court say, you are going to redo that election again. What is going to happen? So they are critical work of the tripartite committee. But you know what have overshadowed, and that is where some of us are really surprised of Dr. Kelfala-Mara. He's a statement that some of us, he has allowed himself to be used by politicians. That is not right.
In what way?
That in the way that he himself he knows the truth. Dr. Kelfala-Mara, I can tell you, he knows the truth that there is going to be the intention, the spirit behind the setting up of that committee was never to look at rerun, was never to remove President Bio from office. He knows that, he understands that very well. But in every of their press releases from the tripartite committee, you will hear the government side clearly, state clearly, publicly say, no, this is not why we're here. But Dr. Kelfala keeps telling people that do not preempt, which means anything is possible.
And that is, in itself, is misleading.
The language is quite
ambiguous. The language itself is ambiguous and it's misleading. So what we want to see as a people is political leaders to come together, as what we saw yesterday. Not only coming together, but speaking truth to the people. Okay. For God's sake, people of this country, Sierra Leone is one of the poorest countries in the world. Inflation is hitting us so bad every day. The basic amenities of life is a challenge. We don't want another political amenity to keep putting pressure on the people. People did not come out yesterday out of fear. I want to answer Sidi, my colleague here. The security we saw yesterday, I have been part of security architecture of this country. The security you saw, for example, in Wellington, in Rukupa, in Kisi, is different from the one you will see in Goderich and in Aberdeen, in Lumley. I was there. You know why? Because we do security risk assessment. Anytime they say demonstration, Eastern will be a target spot. So as a security architecture, the ONS and all security architecture map out the possible hotspots for violence. And that's where you see certain sets of the city, there are more security presence, and certain, you go Lumley, there were no checkpoint. You know, there were no checkpoint. You will see no visibility of police officers or military men from St. John to Goderich. But when you cross Ferry Junction, you start seeing the presence. We know why, because these are hotspot areas for violence. So instead, they said prevention is better than cure. But rather,
when you started earlier, you made mention of how government, I think, lost some revenue as well yesterday. But we would say same to ordinary citizens who probably are not even politically connected or have little or no interest in politics. As a country as well, how do we move forward to ensure that the lives of ordinary citizens are not mixed up in the fight between political parties?
We need politicians to be speaking truth to their supporters. That's one. We also now, at the end, we know everything ended yesterday. We are aware. Government need to take further steps, because we have seen the role of international community in all this process, even though some of them have been very hypocritical in handling both political parties. At this point in time, we have the EU here. The American government is here. The UK government is here. Majority of these Sierra Leoneans who are inciting violence in this country are not living here. And this is a time we want to see this government working with these embassies to go after notorious social media bloggers who have been inciting violence, like Adebayo. Everybody knows Adebayo stays in Holland. He's living in Holland. And everybody knows, including the European Union, because the Dutch government is part of the EU. The EU have a representative here. Ambassador Muller is here. Government needs to, and Ambassador Muller knows, he listens to Adebayo. He knows the inciting statements that are coming from Adebayo. So government now needs to go work with the EU to go after people like that. Because I can tell you, and Sidi will attest to that, yes, APC have done a lot of work together with the government jointly to make sure violence does not occur in this country. But there are Sierra Leoneans outside this country who are there just with the power of social media and the power of connectivity, internet provision. We also now, at the end, we know everything ended yesterday. We are aware. Government needs to take further steps, because we have seen the role of international community in all this process, even though some of them have been very hypocritical in handling both political parties. At this point in time, we have the EU here. The American government is here. The UK government is here. Majority of these Sierra Leoneans who are inciting violence in this country are not living here. And this is a time we want to see this government working with these embassies to go after notorious social media bloggers who have been inciting violence, like Adebayo. Everybody knows Adebayo stays in Holland. He's living in Holland. And everybody knows, including the European Union, because the Dutch government is part of the EU. The EU have a representative here. Ambassador Muller is here. Government needs to, and Ambassador Muller knows, he listens to Adebayo. He knows the inciting statements that are coming from Adebayo. So government now needs to go work with the EU to go after people like that. Because I can tell you, and Sidi will attest to that, yes, APC have done a lot of work together with the government jointly to make sure violence does not occur in this country. But there are Sierra Leoneans outside this country who are there just with the power of social media and the power of connectivity, internet provision, have been using their voice to incite violence in this country. And that cannot augur well for the progress of this country. My brother, my sister, Sierra Leone is at emergency in every spheres of life, from health, education, economy, everywhere. So we are battling with a lot of economic issues that are hitting hard on the pocket of the daily man. If you want to see the suffering of daily man, go to Calbaton in the morning or Lumley in the morning. See how Sierra Leoneans suffer to get to Dove Court. Go to Dove Court. You will see women sitting in malls, selling to just attract 5-10 leons for the survival of their day.
Yeah, stop it, because I want to say something here. You see, what you don't spoil in an country na hypocrisy na don't spoil the country. You know, label hypocrisy na don't spoil the country. According to you as a civil society or journalist, whatever position where you think say you obtain or achieve, if you the talk anything there, all what you don't say make them go, I don't know, Adebayo or this or this or this or this. Okay, fine. Then now your own point of view, because everybody this is a democratic goal day. Now your own point of view. Fine. What you say. But me the question I want to ask. Now that's the problem at the country. Now according to the forces, they go on Adebayo. After that, they narrate the things and the economic hardship within the country. How people they suffer another, up down there and the markets and besides that we don't talk about. You know, try for find a solution as to how they will amend the issue today. Now, are they in problem? And they make them really suffer na place day. Now, they make things that they go up. Now, anybody make fear they go up. Now, anybody make them really suffer. All those things they now you work around day. Now, anybody work or the work of the government. Why would they be honest to self? At least tell the government they will put amenities, put things in place. Let actually things able happen. If they put it there, they suffer, they struggle, they go through a lot. They don't get jobs. Then, freedom no day, freedom of speech no day, freedom of opinion no day, freedom of movement no day. Freedom of movement are for certain people no more. Freedom of speech are for certain people no. That's all the things that they wait for talk about. Justice system no day in the country. Justice now for certain people no more. For them, I put it no. Justice not for certain people. So okay for be honest to yourself, my brother. Then I can say I'm not against nobody. Everybody get your opinion for say because this is not democratic code today. I hope you understand, my brother. Maybe you get for watch this video. This is not democratic code today. We just all give you analysis. You say they give you analysis, me say they give me analysis. Because you entitled to opinion, me say entitled to my opinion. But my opinion, what I try to say here is that I don't think say Arewa the problem at the country. The problem at the country and the government will need for hold accountable as to what they do to the people. And they understand. They put away the resources, say they go suffer, they suffer, they struggle, economic hardship, and anything and all. Not so Adebayo responsible for anything. We are responsible, not the government. Adebayo they say many raise taxes them. No. Adebayo they say let sugar go up. No. Adebayo they say let rest go up. No. So now tell me something. Now, why would we face the reality and would tell the people where they responsible for this, we would tell and say, hold them accountable, would tell the truth. Then would they go lay blame on somebody we're not even concerned. The animal in question when they talk about now, wanna make that man they become somebody. Now wanna make that man they don't popular. Now wanna make that man they don't get name. Now wanna make that man they don't fame today like I don't fame so. Now I don't give that man a platform. But let me trust me. Everything when Adebayo they do today, so how Adebayo don't reach that peak or that level where Adebayo don't reach now, I don't make it don't reach there. And the man they talking. This not to me, not to what he say was that this is the your worse than this. This is his words. This is where his words. Now it wasn't this what they use, so not only now they talk about this is what they say in audios there. They say no, I don't make I don't popular. No, I don't make I don't get this platform. No, I don't get this platform. You see, because when they fail for attack issues, then when they go attack individual. When something they happen, now they fail for attack the first way response where they cause that thing. You know, you see the level of I would say how they operate. Whenever something they happen to you, You know, they go watch to how that particular thing may end. When you want to investigate what thing happened, not to whose side the thing go end. You get for begin investigate whose side the thing start or what thing caused this thing here. Why this thing happen? Where something happened to you? Why nothing cause where this thing happen? This is the first thing where you always when you want to investigate about something. When you walk with foot, you fall down. Not whose side for the watch you watch. How comes you fall down? Whose side you walk with foot? Whose part? Whose side walk with foot? Not whose side fall down. But if you even talk about Adebayo, you know, the insights, they do this, how or why? What think is the reason? What think is the cause you about the insight as what you say? What think is the reason where it is say about the insight? What think is the cause? You know, sometimes we get to face the reality and tell ourselves the truth. Man, you be sit down now, he go na Kenima, and tell we say in come by the ballot, in come by the vote and come by the ballot. So if possible work out bullets, it emits bullets. So tell me which inciting was than the way, whose incitement to a past Sunday. Man, not them no more. It tell it team up na podium, both like this like once what they use. It tell Aneskoma, the threat Aneskoma say. If he said an Escoman as statesman, it deserves respect. The need for respect. But if it's high time, if an Escoman don't respect self, it reduce an Escoman to nothing. Just imagine in they reduce an Escoman to nothing. What do they think about the statement indeed? If no more, you know, meet peaceful people in there, what about an Escoman get you supporters them? He get people who say, what about him? Let's have grab. Not to incite the incites yourself that day, not to incitement was that day. Would that tell me all? Not to incite me what that day. When I anyway Osti Johnny, he make an audio. I get audio now. When they call names them, APC, they call Samua Kamara, they call and Skroma, most of people they call a name, they say it destroy them, they make sure they you know massive destruction, you know, they say inciting wars them against them. What about if them was able to use but they put them by themselves, they take us to against and they come on. All them was then they una there. Yeah, on social media, una know exactly what that is. Una there all the statements and they una ever say me go all them put in there. Now, a few days ago, we see a soldier, a police officer, one old pa. He say Salomon afraid. Where Salomon, if they say protest, just shoot on my chest. As he shoot on my chest, as he shoot and chest to the other they gone. Just imagine the military man they talk so all them things in a thing and this way on raise need for raise points. How na see anything in they una they I don't understand. I don't know what they don't give Sierra Leone. I don't know what they don't give people in a salon and I content. I don't know what they don't give them. I don't actually know what they don't give now. Some of them. Now, I remember Fatima Bio Sidon, a Sidon, I don't know who said it. I don't know if it's a state house is Sidon, where say a barbecue people. It's high time you get a barbecue, they cut them before they get them. Just imagine. So tell me how you feel. How you one time say like you know you hear that statement, you know you hear that statement there. You know you hear talk that statement say. Where say the barbecue people there. Tell me that statement if not to incitement, if not to inciting statement and they or inciting words and they. This is not just the fact that it's there. All I'm saying is not to incitement, not to inciting words there. When I keep playing words in a fast, are they about this? Are they about that? Are they about this? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, my brothers and sisters. Don't just face the reality. I don't back nobody here. I'm not here for prove any point. I'm not here to prove any point. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to base on the fact here that this guy is casting blame on Adeba is inciting, Adeba is this, they need for go out, they need for go out. Why even you so-called president where it is support right now, who is in a president? why they will hold on for incitement as the last statement we use the previous statement we say if what's it called bullets, it means bullets. Just imagine we're not even ordinary man or you as a statesman and they use them words in there. So nothing but not to incitement and they not to incitement and they tell me not to incitement and they even you say now in the talk just imagine he say you know say when a rig election we say now that responsibility na for let una stand up for una stand up una responsibility you as you say they're not supposed to talk about you if una go listen back to what he say the beginning of the statement he say even they no say corner rig election or bio rig election they know this. But they never raise points over that because rigging the election, according to also in the manner view, it's a rigging an election that leads to war. It leads to so many things. It leads to these are things the way they're supposed to raise points on. Then left thing in the they can't attack Aribayo. Therefore, counts Aribayo. Therefore, this Aribayo. Therefore, that. I don't understand. No. Get for be reasonable once in a while, my brothers and sisters. My brother, be allow be reasonable. Salon are the only country this will get. No other country will get so now they are the one war. So if we know facts, we'll put things in place. You see, only thing that way they go and talk this, they talk and talk the way someone will can tell the truth. Now they cause anything they answer. Because me, I only they say these things because this is something to me I know. I know before I say this is nothing they come out of this thing. If we actually know able to stand up and do the right things, nothing they come out of it. Because these so-called incitements where they talk about the incitement, the only way I think say nine make they talk about the inside because anybody see men put them come and protest or price. Men put them protest or price. These are the only thing I think say the things in our incitement. Because as anyway, if you don't so they talk, they say in no say protest, peaceful protest when our freedom of assembly, it is inside the constitution. It is bodily inside the constitution. It is. For the citizens, they're free to protest, to peaceful protest. They're free to freedom of assembly. They're free to freedom of speech. They're free to freedom of movement. When a salon, nowadays a salon, we don't get them. If we get ourselves, now a set of wouldn't get them. For the other set of wouldn't, no, not so everybody get freedom of movement or another freedom of speech or freedom of assembly in a salon. No. Well, if you can say anybody on the inside because of let there be protest. Let's think back to Ben Kaifala, when are the ACC, when are the Anti-Corruption Commission officer or boss back then in 2017, I think 2012 to 2018, when are the ACC boss. What will be happen by then? Fear will go up to 6,000. I think 6,000, yeah? From 5,000 to 6,000, fear will go. Una can correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. All right, I stand to be corrected. Fear will raise up to something like 6,000. Just because of the fear raised up to 6,000. Because we all be the problem. We say fear no near, fear expensive, and yeah. Because this is how it's supposed to be. What did Ben Kaifala do? He say, I don't know what's movements that we say, the movements of something back. He say, he called on people that made them go out and protest. Made them wear black on Monday. Made them wear black and protest because of fear don't go up. As according to him, the least man supposed to leave so amount per day. He's supposed to leave this, he's supposed to leave. So things they don't expect, not to only fear. But things that don't skyrocket, things that don't go up, things that are expensive, so therefore protest is in other words, the government don't fail the people. The government don't fail for the liver, they don't fail the people. So these are the things. These are the things that we raise. It called them out. So I don't know why then you not tell and say. By then, nobody not tell and say it incites people. Nobody not ever tell and say it incites. So, but about telling people they say men and protest, peaceful protest. Protest is inside the constitution. So I don't know. When I left things the way they matter. Instead, when they can't target somebody, I don't get it. Now anybody the problem in the country, why only they ask this question? Now anybody make red body go up. Now anybody is sugar price up. Now anybody make transport up. Now anybody do that. I don't understand. Many counts are by all. Many make. I don't understand, Mr. Man. I don't get you. I'm not trying to understand what they go on. We're not able to attack issues, but they're going to attack the wrong people there. We're not ashamed, we're not ashamed. Look like what's happening in Kenya. Take a look at what's happening in Rwanda. What's happening in Rwanda? Now judges them. Judges them and they rise up, so they rise up because of malpractice happened during the elections. Malpractice happened. They say no. They make back, they run back that election day. They run them back because of certain malpractice will happen during that election day. They make them back. Then give the right owner the person will win the elections. So if it happen in Malawi, why Salon be an exception? Rather they talk about other people then. The what they then do, then before we do the same thing, we do the right thing, they refer to other people now. They go after the wrong people then. Now they conduct election as a law. Now they announce Marabi for win. Now they announce for them. We don't know this thing. This thing, even inside the constitution say after we don't vote. If we make sure say they for count the election by police station, by center, by region, by district, they for count everything and all of them put it for satisfied before ever able call results. It is inside the constitution. It ain't nothing they wouldn't sabi they know. And according to actually the reports them where come and what didn't happen. What we actually within the reporters and they tell me. People are still in the police center, they tell why can they call us 60%? That they all now point and one of don't say no. This particular year a very, very big malpractice happened during the elections. So una for don't stand firm. But we know supposed for don't stand firm about this year. Now una they support this guy. So how now they expect say this guy they able go or step down for do the right thing? You know what's up peace with justice not do. Before ever they make peace, now justice first they make. They make sure say for let justice prevail before ever they make peace. But if you not talk peace, if justice not prevail, he said they can't talk peace. Now perhaps no more. Just like we they don't like paints. Where they don't paint blue, then paint back all that, then gamble back all paint matter. But now paint more the paint. Not so peace stand you. Peace without justice. And I pocket peace. That peace in the rain, that peace in the rain. So if we don't put no hope and trust by not to know the problem in the country, we know that the cancer, we know the disease in the country, and they come out and tell that person the truth. Now they go after the wrong person. Salon problem don't go for solve one brother. Salon problem don't go for solve. The problem is still there. Now this moment they say as to what they say. Everybody allow you to talk because they talk about too much. So now what they say no more. Let we stand firm for the truth. So family, if you just join in, me na you picking on our brother. I pay 30 Sahaline and sitting in Kelvimans. The program of Pronado TV. And if you not subscribe it, please try for do me a favor. Just smash the like button for me, subscribe, and share the program. For share not free, for subscribe not free, and for like not free. As I tell you earlier on, this video, how can I see this video when I can play so? Now so the tripartite end with no results. So now, so the representative enjoy like how this video plays on. So the representative with no results. Now we continue for listening to them. Now we continue listening, guys.
We want politicians to continue adding on those sufferings of the people. Right. We want a stable country where government can be able to focus, attract international investors, bring them in, create the enabling environment for investment so that Sierra Leoneans can strive. You rule Sierra Leone 10 years, at the end of the day, what are you to show for if you don't have stability and economic progress for the people?
Let me interject you for a while, Moses. I think our sports correspondent, Fatma to say, is all set for us this morning. Good morning, FA.
Well, good morning to you, Victor. Good morning to you in the main studio. Well, to our viewers and our listeners as well. Now to our first story. In devastating news, former Eastern Tigers goalkeeper Alusain Alhaji Yelenke has posted on his Facebook page seeking financial assistance for a broken leg.
Went back in. I'd like to say for that comprehensive sport update. We're continuing the discussion rounding off soon. Sidi, now it's quite clear in Sierra Leone that there's not going to be a rerun of the lecture. I think people should understand that moving forward and should try to enjoy some respite, you know. I think what is quite clear at this moment is that the country should now focus on the future trajectory. There will be no election. President Bio will continue to be in office, and which Moses seems to have suggested that you know, your flag bearer should have said yesterday. But what is not clear in all of this is why the APC left the committee at the nick of time when the committee was about to publish its report, and then went in again suddenly, as if they were called to went back in. What happened?
Okay, so for us,
sort of confusion,
okay, you know? So for us, our goal was always to ensure that the committee work is uninterrupted. They've always had challenges, but they've been able to resolve internally, and then, but then they got to a point where they had a stalemate within the committee. Before that press release went out, they had already gone 4 days without work because they could not agree among themselves. So when they came to us, we had to go out to the public to inform them that the work has been suspended due to certain reasons. But of course, you know, with the intervention of our international partners and our commitment to ensure that we conclude, you know, the work of the tripartite committee, we had to go back, you know, to, you know, ensure that our members on the committee participate fully as they always have, while we engage the ECSL in making sure that we get the information that they requested. You know, we do not want to delay further. Already now it has been extended to 10 days, by 10 days because of the time that they lost due to that disagreement, and we do not want that to continue since the people of this country are looking forward to the report.
Moses, moving forward, what clear picture should we embrace?
I think as all the leaders did yesterday at State House, is good. It's a very good sign that politically Sierra Leone is yet again, because that's not the first time politicians have been at State House hugging each other, laughing to each other. The moment they walk out of State House, something different happens. So I think the different this time is we have our moral guarantors involved now.
So does it mean we cannot, as Sierra Leoneans,
we can't. No, we can as a country. You know, for us representing the people, we are happy that Sierra Leone has been always, just like the Lome Peace Agreement, Sierra Leone have been used as example in the good good interest in promoting national and international peace Mind you, Sierra Leone is one of the countries where the UN succeeded in keeping peace. Sierra Leone is one of the countries where ECOMOG succeeded in bringing back democracy. So Sierra Leone have been used as a testament to showcase the work of some of these international organizations that actually they are succeeding. So yet again, we have used them. The AU, for a very long time, this is one of the first time we saw. We also what happened when Samsumana was sacked, when ECOWAS took decision. We saw what the government by then replied ECOWAS. But in this aspect, you see ECOWAS have been playing pivotal role in our democracy. AU have been playing pivotal role, and the government have given them open hands. For us, we are happy. And the opposition now listens to them as well. Because before this time, you say, the opposition would tell you, these international players have been siding the government. But this is one of the first time that we saw APC glue, as an opposition party, glue to the international community to proffer democratic solutions for our country, which is good. So what we want to see going forward is, let the international community, now that they have got new mandates, because I have been following some of the ambassadors, the statement they have been making is a little bit outside the mandate. So now that additional mandates have been given to them by our government, and by extension all of us, they need to make a very good use of it in trying to bridge the political divide in Sierra Leone. So that when we say cohesion, it's when Alpha Khan can come from APC and be the spokesperson for the president. It's when, for example, by tomorrow morning we'll hear the president appoint Dr. Samua Kamara as his economic advisor. Those are the kind of mechanisms we want to see to continue bridging the gap.
Do you think that's possible?
No, it's possible. It's just egos to come down. If Kanda Yonkela can now work with President Bio, nothing is impossible. If Victor Fo, who for over 40 years, you go in his parlor, is red, including his cup, can side with President Bio, everything is possible in Sierra Leone.
Yeah, I like that question with my I said, do you think it's possible? It's just like where they put rest for dog and cat. It's possible then whether it's until they don't know where they not fit. Huh? So if this guy had his money, talk more like I want to talk. I don't know if he, what part they talk more is talking are free. I like that question in my answer if it go possible. That's it. Well, next time I go to Tony in finance advisor. Let's go Tony.
By our government, and by extension all of us, they need to make a very good use of it in trying to bridge the political divide in Sierra Leone. So that when we say cohesion, it's when Alpha Khan can come from APC and be the spokesperson for the president. It's when, for example, by tomorrow morning we'll hear the president appoint Dr. Samua Kamara as his economic advisor. Those are the kind of mechanisms we want to see to continue bridging the gap.
Do you think that's possible?
No, it's possible. It's just egos to come down. If Kanda Yonkela can now work with President Bio, nothing is impossible. If Victor Fo, who for over 40 years, you go in his parlor, is red, including his cup, can side with President Bio, everything is possible in Sierra Leone. It's just for egos to come down. All we need, Sierra Leone is a beautiful country. Sierra Leone have been, we can set many examples, we can break many barriers. This is the country you see a Christian pastor go remove his shoe and enter the mosque for funeral. You will see the imam go to the church and sit. While they are praying, he will stand up. You can't see that in certain countries. So everything is possible. It's only that we need to bring down the egos, bring down the American man will say, the rhetoric, bring them down. We work as a people. And that is why we are pushing for the constitutional review, because the winner take all is not working in Sierra Leone. It's clear now that winner takes all is not working. So we have to devise another mechanisms where we can have all-inclusive governance like South Africa. You see now they have a government of national unity. That is what we want to continue seeing in Sierra Leone, so that we can have government of national unity for the sake of our suffering people.
Now to Sidi, finally. In the spirit of massaging or reducing that ego, which Moses has so beautifully spoken about, I quote, "It is a grave mistake to believe that there can be peace without justice." Those were perhaps the final words.
Oh Allah, this guy, he just like say, this man just like say in the list that they talk. They go make peace where justice no dey. You know, I justify it, talk the case back, do that guy right there. We say, me go make peace. She can't please guide it. Some guy, don't talk more because of you not talk. They fit the thing that in those days when you come with, they can't talk more, I don't look understand. So, guys, no. They think saying that archaic system, that in those days, then villagetic styles, then in those days, where you don't come blah blah to people and buy the idea. No. Justice now they have peace to go day. He say peace, 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 peace. For all what you don't talk about like this, no ever talk about justice, though. Now only peace, 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 talk they talk about cohesion, cohesion, cohesion. One side cohesion no go the way peace no dey. Unity, because cohesion and unity. How they go talk about cohesion or another peace without justice? Oh God. And God, they get patience, yeah?
Of Dr. Samua Kamara in his speech yesterday. Now, in the spirit of massaging this ego, can we have this language, this kind of language, toned down a bit and allow peace to reign?
That is a fair language, to be honest, because as we speak...
Are you saying that what I just quoted is fair?
I mean, peace comes with justice. Justice comes with peace. So we have to understand that what he was saying there is, when you talk about peace, you have to ensure everyone in your country enjoys justice. As I speak now, if you read the Agreement for National Unity, Resolutions 4 and 5 are focusing just on that. Political prisoners, politically motivated cases. And you cannot say we don't have that currently. We do have a lot of people languishing in jails that they are not supposed to be languishing there. Okay. I mean, we still have instances of people being arrested. Now they are using the new cyber law. Cyberbullying is the new term. Now they used to go after people who want to openly express themselves through social media or otherwise, legitimately too.
Has someone ever approached the president about these political prisoners you just spoke about and find ways that you could amend it and
that has always been part of the discussions. And this is where sometimes we get frustrated as APC. Because when you look at the agreements generally, the parts that has to do with us, the APC, we have pretty much done our own bit. But then when it comes to areas that we requested, we see the dragging of feet, we see all of these complexities now coming up. We hear issues about, the law says this, the law says that. So that is where sincerity comes in. And earlier I spoke about trust. When you begin to act in that manner and then you now begin to have trust issues with the person you have an agreement with. And these are the things that we need to really work on very well so that at the end of the day we are all comfortable, with implementing the agreements fully.
Okay, so lastly, the government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress, APC party, reaffirmed their dedication to work on the tripartite committee, which was established under Resolution 3 of the Agreement for National Unity. Both parties had signed the Agreement for National Unity. How do we move on as a country in peace, wherein even the last...
I need to go to talk in peace, in peace. When I talk about justice was bad. Easy. When they force they talk. I need to go to talk peace, 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 peace. I know the way they interview now. What is other like if they talk more now? Same thing they can talk peace, 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 peace. Who said peace? They come with justice no day. Who not tell me my family? Do you have me viewers? They watch me. Who not tell me who said peace? How peace they can with justice no day? You don't slap me at the feeling. You don't slap me. You take me go to the police back. We don't go to the police. They don't go back to me. Then I feel like pain there. After the whole person slap me, then you can't say my can make peace, man. I go expect the peace go everywhere. Tell me back. Justice not happen for us. You don't go hold a friend that person will hold me. You don't slap me. Me when they slap me, I think they go put the police. They want to say, look, can make peace, man. Who's kind peace or they make? And the same one, journalists there, and the same one back there, host there, and the same one they call this trouble, they condone rubbish there. Look at the pain when they want to remember. Anybody who can interview now, peace talk more, peace, 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 peace. How we will talk peace when justice not there? He never give me right. He said, look, I make peace. Oh God. Anyone who can enter in a peace talk more peace.
Person in Sierra Leone would be able to move about and do their activities peacefully, whereas the politicians have their lives.
I think we have to focus on those issues that have to do with improving the lives of our people across the board. We do not have to limit it to one area because we feel this is where we have our political support base, and then we ignore. And in dispensing justice also, we have to be fair. People should be able to enjoy their freedom responsibly, though. You know, so as leaders, we need to provide them the space to be able to enjoy the freedom. We need to provide them the opportunity to enjoy the basic necessities of life, address issues that have to do with healthcare, the economy, education, particularly for young people, college students, to be specific. We have to also talk about freedoms and rights. These are very, very much important for any country, you know, to enjoy peace and national cohesion.
All right. Thank you very much. Sidi Yayah Tunis, National Publicity Secretary of the APC, and Moses Mambu, spokesperson, CSO on accountability and service delivery.
So guys, don't I don't know what's in Sidi Yayah Tunis, you don't see. Sidi Yayah Tunis say what's like two things them. We talk about Samua Kamara. We in support side they went and catch cruise now the media. Samua Kamara and find things that will not deny say not to find this say. Because I listen one interview. I don't know if now very about one guy, what's it? I don't remember. I don't know if now Dr. Utimba. I don't remember where somebody. I think a TPP platform, but we in get a particular statement. They say, but like I was to Sidi Yayah Tunis. Sidi Yayah Tunis talk 3 words. Them two statement away are key. We say we talk about Samua Kamara. We actually they get for shock some power. Samura supporters. Then one. It talk and plain in a plain plan, in a plain manner. It's a no rerun of election for day. So the tripartite way all man just say and this will rerun for day. Then it talk about Samura Kamara in statements, in speech where it talk. He said that speech where Samura Kamara go talk. He said that in speech. Now in right time. And so in now that no more in think. Now what in feel for right now right and what in feel for can stay now you can say. But that day now new idea. Now idea of his now new idea. Not so in collaboration like with the party or not a consult somebody now new idea. That speech, that particular speech you can talk. Now new idea not to their idea. Now so Sidi Yayah Tunis a user word. We the power Samua support the next still they build castle in the air. They expect the tripartite recommendation they count something which is a productive like a rerun or Samua Kamara get for can be the president or bill for step down. This is not the mentality of the power Samua supporters. We want men in pull and hate them because this is something we don't know for quite a long time. And then all the inside this commission they know exactly what to do. Sidi Yayah Tunis go to the extent back they say it's high time that the politicians will come and tell people the truth, and this is the reality here. It's high time they come for they actually start for telling people the truth, and this is the reality. They need for to tell people the truth. They need for to tell people the reality that for the life of the people. These are the ones that we use, and that's a fact. I come back to this word where so the only way they try for like they support actually within Samua Kamara. They only credit for tell them the fact, the reality. Just like at least in TPP platform. So if they interview one guy, one man, I don't know if any guy interview between Berese Bidede, something Berese Bidede, and but this person I don't remember my name again. Maybe it's of the statement. Where in his words, I quote in his words, he say, Samua Kamara in speech where he writes, after we don't write you don't know how comes the speech come on, the speech just come on, and go to Madabio, somebody send that speech to Madabio, now Madabio send that speech to the international community, so now international community say, this speech is so harsh, why a guy think speech and they and so, they say exactly now this and this and this and this happen. They said they snitched the party and this and so just imagine, come on, my brothers and sisters. Then. Now I don't hear from the spokesman, the the party in mouthpiece, Sidi Yayah Tunis. He said that speech day, na idea, na right time. How comes we didn't speak and the way in right? We in the took more back the go send and some other how comes? So just do the full people. And just not do the full people. Then he said, if he said, ask himself, okay, for argument's sake, then send and some other send and to international community. Now they dictate to someone about what if for go talk. What if for can address the people? Now they dictate for one. Understand no how periodic. You know, there are some people when they see the right thing and they see the reality, they fail for time when they say, no, this year, no, so. I don't understand. No. Why people they see the full people no more, the full people no more? But in one sense, that particular statement that was it on reality that day, not true talk that day. First day, I'm gonna take all the rights and then take an iron and they go give Madabio nice to the international community. So the international community call Samua Kamara, they say why write that speech and they eat Samua. The way I don't understand. So if the man can be if he goes this everything, he will be president. Now they can't write for the speech they can write. We one can talk, or we one can address the people there. Now they tell what people do. Now they tell what people can talk. I don't understand why people they still they that old self man and they can't lie for the people there. Where they don't even watch face, they don't even watch so for line by the people. They lie no more with no regret. I don't know how they take silent people in the back. I don't know how they take silent in the back. For the life of silent people no more, I don't understand. And I think that the last thing the way I also want to say in here, yeah, una the journalists then, una the civil societies then, una the AOIVs and other program hosters, the one of the hosting programs them. Yeah. We all in at the media, the social media put in salon. Especially when in salon, the AYV, the AYV, the SNBC, all the other platforms now. We did that, we did we 17 yeah. This particular word I don't tell out. This word peace, cohesion, national cohesion, peace, we don't tell this word. Yeah, una change this word for we peace, cohesion. I want to tell about today for free say there will be no peace without justice. Always when they can't inside with them put down and they ever talk about justice. Una don't ever come and talk about justice, how justice will prevail, how justice will happen, how justice for this, how justice for this. Una don't ever bring in something about justice now. All time now about peace. How you going to get peace without justice? You never get peace without justice. Una tell me back. How do we get peace when we get justice? No, not anymore. How do we get peace when we get justice? How? Is it possible? All time peace. When you listen to this particular interview, this program they make from beginning till end, you know ever in nothing when they talk about justice day. Now all the other way they mention about justice and the other way they host it. The other way they host. But when they host them, and they talk about nothing about peace about justice. First Sidi Yayah Tunis on the other hand, but who know that the host the program, when they ever talk about justice. All the questions about for let peace try for happen, How they go talk about peace where justice not happen? Where justice not prevail? How peace they would say how peace go we would say where justice not prevail. Not tell me back. Not tell me back. All time peace. Where justice? When I ask question about justice, how justice will prevail? Election na dem rig so institution na that something Moses ba. Institution na talk and say dem rig election. Why una no go talk about how justice for prevail for that thing wey dem rig? And now they say so, Mr. Even this person I say also. This person here. He said Tunis is a betrayal. How long he was silenced? They are team 2018, but we end with justify me. Exactly. Now the thing this man will say here. I'm not against nobody, but the thing here is that when they come out and tell people the truth. You see, they only say they need to come out and tell people the truth. That they deceive people no more. Because from the time when this chapter start, they know exactly what is inside this chapter. They all know what is inside this chapter. They know. But for me, I can't tell people the truth, they do. Even from the communicator side, they go send the communicator, they know exactly everything, every little thing, bit of thing where they say that chapter, they know. That communicator, they know. But they don't really can't tell people the truth. But at least they've got to say, we get superlative and comparative. We get bad, we get worse. We get bad, we get better, we get worse. So like when I can talk now, in better. In a little bit better, even though they all they study the same class as but in a little bit better because when don't mean they can't talk earlier on. That's about in Samua Kamara. We still they give people the hope. It's still the rest people the hope. We're not kind of can't tell people because we will know already exactly say this is not for good no side. But anyone say that any people they listen to because if you know where Sidi Yayah Tunis talk anything there, they see they believe them until Samua Kamara can't tell the people. Because Samua Kamara is the biggest deceiver. Because he still in the rest of the hope, and still can't tell people the truth. When you suppose for can't tell people the truth, he still they give people the open, rest people the open. Why they can't agree for can't tell people the truth? Now this is the problem. He need for come out and tell people the truth. You see, why need one? He still they black people there. He need for come and tell people the truth there. Say, he need one. So me then talk to Samua Kamara now. It's high time to stop for lie by the people. It's high time to stop for lie and come out and tell people the truth. Like you can't tell you support the truth, man. You support the left for the get this particular thing inside there because we will know already. Then in let him come and can't tell you support the truth. Then let him in support and they will know the reality. So they go see and straight. Because me I don't see nothing inside this year. Man, you don't talk long ago. You talk and play say what's that tripartite? But they go and fully put it. What's that tripartite? This is plain and clean. Now just 2 minutes. 2 minutes for can't tell you put it. Believe me, brothers and sisters, anybody who can talk about this tripartite say and this and this and this and they don't go for believe them. Except if Samua Kamara can't talk to the people there. If Samua Kamara can't talk to people, then none of them are going to believe. Then in power supposed to they don't ever believe. Even me, I'm talking from A to Z, you're not going to believe. Sidi Yayah Tunis, even though we don't begin to talk, so they don't ever believe them. Pass Samua Kamara can't tell them. Say this year not going for lead to no rerun. Man, be not going for step down. No way, man, be going for step down. Another is step down the income. This is the only thing, the only person who can bring solution are me and you na country. But if you more, na Samua Kamara get for can't map and do this because according to one of your words there, what you want to propagate na the media. Samua Kamara protest to vote because when Samua Kamara be say they protest to vote, then I want to carry that whole day on a point. Samua Kamara protest to vote. Samua Kamara protest to vote. Well, when I see some don't learn that today, Samua they protest to vote. It is book and pen. The book and pen where they protest to vote, and they will not answer to you. When I any idiomatic expression we use now. You don't even talk in the way one they will understand. Now idiomatic expression that use now. So it's what has been done can never be undone. Idiomatic expression. Pass you a land, the go school. When I go read that particular idiom, you read them, you comprehend and find before we go interpret them to you was there. It's a way two elephants in the fence and the grass they suffer. So it has time let this elephant and stop of fed, let the grass grow. So what did they tell you? That party before so talk. That idiomatic expression, if you read and understand, Listen now, that pastor was a fine, let comprehend. Listen that word, let comprehend. Fine. Then you listen that word. When two elephants they fed. And you say when two elephants they fed, it's high time. It's when two elephants they fed, now the grass they suffer. So it's a high time let the elephant they left for let the grass grow. So what's that they tell you? If you honest to yourself, what's that they tell you? So that what's not going to tell you again? That particular parable, long way talk. It will mean something for you. So guys, I just open the phone line for 5 minutes. If nobody done this screen, so you can give a contribution, guys. Just 5 minutes, guys. How you see these videos, people now? That's what the Chapatat and do with no evidence.
ministers. When Allah we come together, Allah we build alone. Lord we not fall, we aren't fall food, sit on the loop. Lord we say sega for suffer. If we come together, inshallah, we will make it one day. This is a special dedication to all the one that will push Salon Group before in the new way. Big respect to CSA, that love for you. Big respect to all the DJs that are the country. Big respect to we the musicians that set for the time for push Salon music in your way. We tell we all thank you. Man like Gino Navo, Law, SLBS, TV, Sam King, the man himself, Dr. Sako, Sidan Kuchi.
So guys, I appreciate you so much for you and I take on our precious and lovely time. I appreciate you so much. Let God continue to guide and put in place for all. As we always they bring on latest updates and things then we already happen in the country, in the world, and within the area and the community. Then, if you're the first time is for let's sign in here, please just do me for just smash the like button for me, comment, share, and subscribe to the program. For like now free, for just subscribe now free, and make sure see we subscribe, it's on the notification bell for all and every of them platform now they call it CPP, the Weird, and the CV Salon. Any of them platform where you watch, make sure you subscribe, share, and like the program. And this is the only way we will motivate we as soon as they like, when they share the program. This is how we will be motivated to do more and more. And I will say this work, it consists of a lot of things. You need energy, you need time, and you need finance. So we need support in all angles. Supports in so many ways. You can support me through financially, by subscribing, by liking, by sharing the program, all than the support. And you can also join the Manchester family by clicking any of my videos, my YouTube videos, where you click right down side, it is user and say, join. You can join me. You can also join me now my TikTok and my TikTok platform also now Pronado TV. It's the same name on Pronado TV. And you can go back also Instagram at the same name, Pronado TV, Twitter also na Pronado TV, and Facebook also na Pronado TV. So I use all the platform there. You not only follow me now, yeah, you can also go TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter also na the same name, Pronado TV. So guys, your legacy, I appreciate you so much. Let God continue for God and put them bless you all. I love you now, and I love you all till next time, and bye-bye.
Kalonya mi abogo bima. Sauce me out. Wa umeno wa mi wasala uli legbi ayale apie. Wa umeno wa mi wasala uli legbi ayale apie. Wa umeno wa mi wasala uli legbi ayale apie. Wa umeno wa mi wasala uli legbi ayale apie. Wa umeno wa mi wasala uli legbi ayale apie. Wa umeno wasala uli na kwewa ewo masange iliwe masange tani kokole masange waumeno wanya wasala uli na kwewa waumeno wanya wasala uli lepi ayale apye waumeno wanya wasala uli na kwewa waumeno wanya wasala uli lepi ayale apye waumeno wanya wasala uli na kwewa Wajigi mema, nyamuna ukama, sana udama, nyamulo udama. Mendete hiwa asaliro, mai asala gelilekwi. Kuru isanya ni elalima, kinya isanya ni elalima, kidi isanya ni elalima. Nukwa isanya ni gatebo wenga wa umyano, wamya wasala ulilekwi ayale apye. Wa umyano, wamya wasala ulilekwi ayale apye. Waumeno wamya wasala uli na kwewa ayale apye. Waumeno wamya wasala uli lepi ayale apye. Waumeno wamya wasala uli na kwewa ayale apye. Waumeno wamya wasala uli lepi ayale apye. Waumeno wamya wasala uli na kwewa ayale apye. Ewo masange Kapa kwaga goro bolo mau. Umi wapye goro bolo mau. Kafe wagwa goro bolo mau. Kapa jina wagwa goro bolo mau. Faya imuwe go mi amugwego. Fami alebe kinyande rwakoma ayale apye. Mendete iwa asalilo. Mai asala gelilekbi. Kuru insanya ni elalima. Kinya insanya ni elalima. Kidi insanya ni elalima. Nugba insanya ni gatebo wega wa unyanyo. Wamia wasala ulilekwe ayale apye. Yamuna ukama ayale apye. Sana udama ayale apye. Yamuna udama ayale apye.
Waumedo wamia wasala ulilekwe 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 ayale apye.
Wajigi mema ayale apye. Yamuna ukama ayale apye. Sana udama ayale apye. Yamuna udama ayale apye. Sauce me.
The nuclear and camber cake on you, not mammy, no, the nuclear and camber cake on you, Tinungisa. Milk crack on the mix. Basket. Nice beat. Oh, that's a boom. Basket, celebrate. The nuclear and camber cake on you, not mammy, no, the nuclear and camber cake on you, Tinungisa. The nuclear and camera cake on you, mommy, the nuclear and camera cake on you, to listen. But on the phone of Ankala, get a mobile to my Ankala. Oh, can't they come up with all become a bar to my Ankala? Afetaru ni konanga tata mobaru sumo bayanganike. Afeta bera konanga tata mobaru sumo bayanganike. Oya mabaki konanga tata mobaru sumo bayanganike. Afeta rekre konanga tata mobaru mafino ya fetu. Mamino, pasa por tole moina Peter Fiancé, oh baby, gonna you. Mamino, na section, malapa by top sulbay. Yeah, Pama do Fana moina Peter Fiancé, oh baby, gonna you. John Fana gonna kala kauni. Oba koso kauni, oba rekte kauni. Madam possession tampa, John Fona gonna yema. After runi tampa, John Fona gonna yema. Mayam baki kwene, John Fona gonna yema. After tampa, John Fona gonna yema. After bera tampa, John Fona gonna yema. Ikorino, of money no, Ikorino top sulubai. Alingana ni never everything to myself back on us some so at the follow me. Yeah, lama yida yema ko la kauni. I my sort of kauni. Anko katanga kutara kauni. Pajono podiru. Ikorino of money no, Ikorino top sulubai. Alingana me never everything to myself back on us some so at the follow me. Yeah, lama yida yema ko la kauni. I my sort of kauni. Anko katanga kutara kauni. Pajono podiru. Kono yo, na mami no de nucleo, and camera ke kono yo, tinisa. Oh, I de nucleo, and camera ke kono yo, mami de no kilo and Kamara cake on all your generation. Konayema, Pajona, Konayema, Alimbeto, Bay, Konayema, Lama Ida, you might go like Kauni. I might sort of Kauni, and Kokatanga Katara Kauni, Pajona Bodero. Konayema, Pajona, Konayema, Alimbeto, Bay, Konayema, Lama Ida, you might go like Kauni. I might sort of Kauni, and Kokatanga Katara Kauni, Pajona Bodero. John Fona, Oya Badi Mapino, Oya want to Mapino, Oya Gas Mapino, Oya Garamapino. The Nukulo and Kamara cake on all your own, not money, the Nukulo and Kamara cake on all your own, the nuclear and Kamara cake on all your earth, Mammy, the nuclear and Kamara cake on all your Saroko Kondo Kawuri, oh, my Pino, Kona Konoyama, Bakapur Conta Condiri, oh, my Kadum Kona Konoyama, Abrama Kano Condiri, oh, the Kurosi, Kona Konoyama, Pausma Kona Kawuri, Pajona Kona Konoyama, Mr. William Kaku Condiri, oh, teacher, Pajona Kona Konoyama, oh, Anakule Tole Condiri, oh, my Kaiba, Kona Konoyama, Paisa Kona Modere, oh, Paroxy, Kona Konoyama. Babu Sise Kawuri, oh, wants to do what I look on. Manager Musa Domsira, oh, Pajona Kona Konoyama, Babaka Sise Domsira, oh, Pajona Kona Konoyama, oh, wants to just a Kona Kondere, Pajona Kona Konoyama, Padrama Kona Kawuri, oh, Pajona Kona Konoyama, Pamedo Kona Kondere, oh, Pajona Kona Konoyama. The blessed Dolce Kamanda, oh, Pajona Kona Konoyama, Baka Priscilla Conderi, oh, Pajona Kona Konoyama, Ikorino, of Mamino, Ikorino, Top Sulubai, Alinkana Mina by everything, Kuma Seba, Konoso Mercoso, at the Polo, Lama Ida, you might go like Kauni, I might sort of Kauni, and Kokatanga Katara Kauni, Pajona Bodero. The nuclear and Kamara cake on all your own, not Mammy, no, the nuclear and Kamara cake on all your Tinungisa.
Made a crack on the mix.
Basket. Nice beat. Oh, that's a boom. Basket, celebrate. The nuclear and Kamara cake on all your own, not Mammy, no, the nuclear and Kamara cake on all your Tinungisa. The nuclear and Kamara cake on all your earth, Mammy, the nuclear and Kamara cake on all your generation. But on the phone of Ankala, Mobile, to my Ankala. Oh, can they come up with all become about to my Ankala? Afetaru ni konanga tata mabaru sumo bayanganike. Afeta bera konanga tata mabaru sumo bayanganike. Oya mabaki konanga tata mabaru sumo bayanganike. Afeta rekre konanga tata mabaru mapino ya fetu. Mamino, pasa por sole moina Picture fiancé, oh boy kono you. Mamino na transaction malapa ba top sulbay. Pamadu Fona Moina, Peter Tunis, Omeko Kono you. John Fona Gona Kala Kauni, Obaya Koso Kauni, Oberek Kauni, Madam Possession Tampa, John Fona Gona Yuma, Atetaruni Tampa, John Fona Gona Yuma, Miami Baki Gwene, John Fona Gona Yuma. After sampai pajon kona kona yema. After bera sampai pajon kona kona yema. Ikorino afmanino ikorino toksulbai. Alinkana nina baya bisin kuma seba kono some koso atekwolo mi. Yeah, lama yida yema kola kauni. Ayema soto kauni. Anko katanga kutara kauni. Pajon podiru. Ikorino toksulbai. Alinkana nina baya bisin kuma seba kono some koso atekwolo mi. Yeah, lama yida yema kola kauni. Ayema soto kauni. Anko katanga kutara kauni. Pajon podiru. Kono yo, na mani no de nucleo, and camera ke kono yo, tinisa. Oh, I de nucleo, and camera ke kono yo, mami de nucleo, and camera ke kono yo, tinisa. Kona yema, pajona kona yema, Tombe kona yema o yeah lama yida yema kola kauni ayema soto kauni anko katanga kutara kauni pajono podiru kona yema pajona kona yema alimbe tombe kona yema o yeah lama yida yema kola kauni ayema soto kauni anko katanga kutara kauni pajono podiru John Fona oyiya badi makuno oyiya otu makuno oyiya kasi makuno oyiya kara makuno Nukulo amkamara ke kono yo na mani nukulo amkamara ke kono yo tinisa Oh ade nukulo amkamara ke kono yo mami de nukulo amkamara ke kono yo tinisa Naroko kondo kongure oh bai kino kona kono yema bakapur konte konderi oh bai kadong lompo kona kono yema abrema kano konderi oh do korositi kona kono yema pausma kona kongure oh pajon kona kono yema Mr. William kabu konderi oh chicha pajon kona kono yema oh wana kunle tole konderi oh bai kaitiba kona kono yema pa isa kona modere oh paroxise kona kono yema Abu Sise Banguri, oh, wants to do what I look on. Manager Musa Dom Sira, oh, Pajon Kona Konoyama, Babaka Sise Dom Shira, oh, Pajon Kona Konoyama, oh, wants to just upon a boundary, Pajon Kona Konoyama, Padrama Kona Kauri, oh, Pajon Kona Konoyama, Pamedo Kona Konderi, oh, Pajon Kona Konoyama. We all the we may meet now. The past, let we may come for the picking the wood the bone. Hey, no matter who you be, let we make some look at the big. No look so you follow, no follow. Who say you got the foot at the big? No matter how you go, let we make some look at the big. No look so you follow. Let we pledge we love and loyalty to we country Sierra Leone. Let we come together, let we walk as one for the better of Salone. Not to me, not to you, not everybody, for come together as one. So capital lawyer, beat the river, let we make. So men the team in the local limba, let we make. Everybody come together, let we make. Salone, we all the most say we attend on the past. Let we may come for the picking the wood the bone. Hey, I like it in Australia, you know Salomon. I like it in the USA, you know Salomon. I like it in Germany, you know Salomon. I like it in London, you know Salomon. The beat, the one of bingo.
Now we come together, now we build alone. Now we not fall, we aren't fall food, sit on the loop. Now we say sega for suffer. If we come together, inshallah, we will make a one day. This not special dedication to all the one that will push Salon look before in the new way. Big respect to CSA, got love for you. Big respect to all the DJs that are the country. Big respect to we the musicians that set for the time for push Salon music in your way. We the tell we all thank you. Man like Gino Navo, Law, SLBS, TV, Sam King, the man himself, Dr. Sakor, Sidan Kuchi, that's you, Full B. Got love for you. Eugene Pama, continue for Bill Salon. I got love ya. Mohamed Kalon, continue for Make Salon. We got love ya.
Let we make Salon. We all the most say we attend on the past. Let we make come for the picking the wood the bone.